Hello. I was talking to a friend today around exam time. She's an invigilator at a local school. And she was talking about how many of the children experience, I say children, some of them are young adults, experience exam stress. That's not a good thing to be when you're a teenager. There's so many other pressures on your life. Who needs more? And it's sad that these children are not getting the help they need or want to help them. And in the world that I circulate, there are so many different techniques to help them. And for me personally, I would get to the root cause, and I don't say clear it forever, but make a real difference in how they see themselves and what's going on. Because let's be honest, as a teenager, we're still finding our way in the world. Who are we? What we're going to do? And it's so young. For people who may live to their 80s or 90s, that's a really young age to start making big decisions about what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Never mind the pressure of get your exams and do well, because otherwise the rest of your life will not work out the way you need it to. So I want any parent out there who has a stressed or anxious child facing exams to know that there are different things they can do. And these can be done completely on their own. So the first one I want to tell you about is called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. Look it up online, but in specifics, I would look up the tapping solution. I'll put the links in the video below. And a guy called Brad Yates, love him. He does a lot of videos on individual situations, and they're not all negative. Some of them are very positive. So how to have a good day, or, gain more confidence, or, manifest your desires, or whatever. But the reason I believe that this emotional freedom technique, or tapping as it is more commonly known, works is because it confuses the brain. When you are in a mild state of anxiety or worry, the idea that you're tapping on key meridian points around the face, and I'm just tapping them so that you can see how easy it is, or potentially that's just under your arm and on top of your head. There are others, but that's just a starting point. By tapping, you're confusing the brain. It's trying to do anxiety, and you're tapping, which means it's got to understand what it is you're doing. You'll also be repeating a phrase, something along the lines, even though I'm feeling anxious, I know that I can be confident, or even though I'm being anxious, I can love myself, or I can respect myself, or some positive statement. Anyway, tip number one, and do look those up. Again, if your young person is experiencing anxiety, another really powerful technique, and I'll until I get a portfolio myself, I refer you on, is a guy called Jason Stevenson. Now, what I love about Jason is he's got some wonderful meditations that they can listen to as they go to sleep. Now, I believe he may have a couple on relaxation specifically. There may even be some on anxiety. But what I love about it is that he's got a lovely voice, a very calming voice that can just send you off into a nice deep sleep. So just the night before the exams, that they can start to, have a good night's sleep. And the third one is one I've learned. And it's this idea that if you could imagine being after an event that's causing you anxiety, and you imagine being okay. Not that you're fabulous and you're laughing and everything's wonderful, but it went better than you expected. You're pleased with yourself. Things are looking good. And that if you can do that and really get a sense of how that might feel, as you look back, you can see yourself writing in the exam and you're beavering away answering the questions, that you get them, and that you're able to write something, that the pen is just flowing over the paper. So you're imagining what will happen, what could happen, the positive side of what could happen. What you're actually doing there is filling in the gaps, because our brain works on the past. And if the past has always been scary, it's going to put scary into the future too. So by stepping into the future you after the exam, feeling calm and relaxed, I did all right. It was okay. Doesn't matter whether you passed or failed. Really doesn't matter. You feel okay. I did the best I could. I answered the questions to my best of ability. What you're doing is you're allowing the brain to go, because anxiety is fear of the future, the not knowing. If you want to know more about that, drop me an email and I'll send you a recording so that you can get a better sense of it. Please, please, please help these youngsters know that there are many tools and techniques that they can take on that's much more than just breathing, that would help them now and in the future. My name is Kim Searle, midlife mentor and therapeutic coach, which is where I'm heading more. Hope that was useful. If you want to know more, drop me a note. Thank you. Bye-bye.